Okay, we are here with Ellen, who is running for Community Officer in Bath SU's 2017 elections.
Hi there.
Ellen, welcome.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
to URB. So first things first, I want to know, why did you run for Community Officer in particular?
So this is my fourth year at the university, and I've been heavily involved with the SU since first year. And second year I was chair of LGBT+, and I've just been involved in many ways through executive meetings. I've been at NUS conferences, and politics has always been a massive passion of mine. It's kind of related in my course, and I can't stand injustice, and I always thought I could make a difference, and if I could make a difference in some way, I'd love to benefit someone's experience at the university in any way I could.
Okay. And in your manifesto, quite a key point in it was all about accommodation and the housing crisis at the moment. So for you in particular, why is housing policy so important to you and to your campaign?
So housing, I think, is a problem facing every single student here at the University of Bath. We have a unique city in that we can't build or we can't expand. Yeah. With increasing numbers as well, we have seen it's even busier in town than it's ever been before. I think as a fourth year, I've managed to avoid that, but I've seen as a freshers captain how damaging it's been, and I've heard some horror stories, and I think this is just something we can't be quiet about, and it's something that students need to raise their voice about, and I think I'm the right person to fight for the student voice and to make sure we're heard.
Okay, so do you have personal experience of kind of being limited from the housing in Bath, or friends?
I've always been quite organised with that. And I had my placement in Bath, so it was quite easy, I guess, in that sense, because I wasn't abroad, and I know there's major barriers for people who do placements abroad.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was quite fortunate, but we've all had issues of agencies wanting to keep our deposit, for blaming us for a scratch on the wall that was never there. We've all been there. Yeah.
Okay, great. So also in your manifesto, you're talking about improving training for student volunteers. So why do you think that's so important?
So when I was chair of LGBT+, I was basically chucked into the job as a second year. I didn't know who to speak to. I only had a successful handover from the previous chair. There was nothing from the SU. I really had to go and just speak to the staff, and what day is freshers stall? I had no idea. I didn't know who to book a table with. So it's just that for diversity and support, it's such an important area. Yeah. And there's such a vulnerable amount of students who can really benefit from a group like LGBT+ or gender equality. Definitely. And if a committee feel empowered and they feel like they can do great campaigns and support their students, then surely it can just benefit the campus, spread voices, and make a difference.
Great. Okay, so how do you think then that students, going back to housing, how do you think students can get on better with residents, and what would you suggest to maybe facilitate these relationships and make it that bit easier?
So one of my manifesto points for the community part at the bottom of the manifesto is getting better communication with local media. So I would really I feel like students, we are just told that we drink too much or party too much and don't put our bins right on the right day.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
This university fundraises so much, volunteers so much, we add so much to the community, we add so much to the economy of the city, which is, the positives are never reflected. That's something I'd really strongly to work on, so people get that perception of us instead.
I guess communicating that.
Yeah, communicating that. So I'd love
level
to speak to Bath Chronicle more and getting our voice out there. And the second point was just, so we have a great group already that works with the community, so it's just expanding that, and through that communication, I think that we already do great work. Yeah. We don't need to change what we do. It's just communicating that to the community.
Giving us a bit less of a demonised image, I guess.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have one final question, probably the most important.
Obviously.
If you were a Microsoft Office program, what would you be, and can you tell me why?
I would definitely be PowerPoint, because I feel like everyone can use it.
Okay, interesting.
And it's a little bit corny with the word art. I feel like that would fit me well. Yeah. And it's smooth. It can move slide to slide. Easy transitions.
Nice.
I feel like easy-go-lucky kind of person. Yeah. And it presents its views well.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. That's brilliant.
I couldn't do Excel. That is so not me.
What about notes or something? It's quite niche, but
I'm gonna stick with PowerPoint. I feel like it's strong. And everyone can use it.
It appeals to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, Ellen. Ellen is going up for community officer role in the elections 2017 this year. If you want to check out more of the manifestos and more of the election videos, then have a look at our YouTube channel.
University Radio Bath. Your city, your station, your soundtrack.